have an episode that I've been wanting to record for a hot minute. And if anything, I just keep getting more and more reason as to why I should record it. So here we are, we're sitting down, and this episode is all about being sane. Chill girl era is out. Chill cool girl era is out. And I use the word insane for dramatic effect. In reality, it's just being a woman with self-respect, okay? But for men, they think that that's insane. So as always, I have my handy dandy notebook. I wrote down bullet points for anyone that might want them on how to just end any kind of chillness that you might have still had towards your partner. Mind you, I don't think I have ever necessarily been a chill girl. I think I have always been told that I am either too much or too aggressive or too upfront or that I'm very confrontational. At least within the last couple years of my life, that is something that men keep telling me. Notice how I say only men. But it is funny because in my earlier 20s, I'm now 29, in my earlier 20s, I would not say a word. I was so scared of pissing someone off. I was so scared of hurting someone's feelings. I was so scared of coming off as being too much that I would just take it. I was a people pleaser. I would get walked all over. I was walking on eggshells constantly. And within the last couple years of growing up and self-love, reflection, therapy, and finding my voice, I think being chill has not been something that I have been. I kind of want to give you guys some advice. I kind of want to talk over some pointers that I think we should all be looking at, especially now that, Trumpy is going to be a thing again. I think now more than ever, women, tell men no and don't let them have any power over you and take your goods away from them. That's what I say. So I thought this episode was perfect timing, okay? They're insane for voting for Trump, so let's show them a little bit of fun, funky, fresh insanity. In reality, it's not insane at all. It's just we have boundaries. So let's go. Okay, so as I said, this is end of chill girl era, okay? I think the very first thing I want to touch on, when we say chill girl era, when we say cool girl, that just means we let things slide. We're being understanding. Not necessarily being okay with not being treated how we're supposed to, but we let certain things slide when they really shouldn't. Insane girl era would never let this happen, okay? So the first thing I want to touch on is, when has being understanding ever worked out in your favor? Think about it. If you just sit back and you think about it for a second, and I can think of so many examples when I was dating a man and I was overly understanding about a situation. And yes, the guy would be, wow, you're so understanding. Thank you so much. La-di-da-da. Whether that be they cancel last minute on a date, whether that be they forget something that was really important to you, whether that be they didn't get you a birthday gift, whether that be, you know what I mean? All these little things that us women just let slide because you're understanding or because men always have a sob story or what have you. In the long run, how has that ever played out for you in your benefit? It hasn't, okay? So that's the first thing we're going to stop. We're going to stop being understanding. And this obviously doesn't mean take it to the extreme of never being understanding ever towards anyone and everything has to be perfect and if you say it has to happen in XYZ. No, but this means, ladies, let's have some common ground of these kind of things are not acceptable and we're not going to be understanding about it. Just cut it out. If you're dating him for 3 years and he doesn't get you a birthday gift or he forgot, no, we are not being understanding about that. Are you kidding me? If you just did something that was the biggest height in your career and you're very excited and they come home and they tell you that they didn't want to get you anything because the line at In-N-Out was too long, so they couldn't get you french fries? No, we're not putting up with that. We're not being understanding of that. You know what I mean? I give these examples as real life examples from my last relationship and moments that I was so understanding. Looking back at it, he just didn't care, okay? So we're not being understanding with these crazy things anymore. We're cutting that out. If they don't do something, oh wow, that sucks. Okay, bye. End it. Leave it. Ends there. Okay? Being understanding to the extreme, no more. No more. Ladies, if he shows up an hour late to a date, I had one of my girlfriends wait 45 minutes for a date with this guy. First, maybe 3-4 dates or something. And she just sat there and waited. Absolutely not. We are never doing that ever again. If you are more than 4 or 5 minutes late, I'll give you that grace period because we live in LA and you have to find parking, but also you should already have that calculated in your mind. You should already be sat at whatever date that you planned for me before I get there. I'll give you 5-minute grace period. If it's more than that, I'm leaving or I'm finding another man to have a date with at that bar. Okay? And I think that is fair. So no more of that. Perfect. I'm happy. This is another thing of people would think that I'm insane, but in reality, I'm just right. And I think you should just do this as well. If you have a gut feeling about something, follow it. And I've touched on this so much in my podcast, but as we know, especially after the whole cheating story, where I had this weird gut feeling a week before I went on vacation with this guy, I wish I would have just followed it. And granted, everything happens for a reason. Sure, I'm happy it panned out the way that it did. At least I got to catch him in the act of cheating on me and call him out on it and say my piece. But again, granted, I wish I would have. Not Olive, my dog front row sitting. I told you, anytime she hears the cheating Italian man come up, she comes running to me. But anyways, I had this weird gut feeling the whole week prior. This is no shade to any of my girlfriends, but I would tell them how I would feel, this, that, the other, and they'd be like, no, girl, you're being insane. No, girl, you're this. No, he's amazing. No, he's that. You're just overthinking it. Da 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 da. Girls, listen to your gut feeling. No one knows your true feelings better than you, and no one knows the situation that you're in better than you. So if you feel something, speak on it. Granted, in my situation, if I would have spoke on it and said, hey, I have this weird gut feeling that you're not being faithful, obviously the man lived in Italy and was a pathological liar, so it wouldn't have done anything. That was obviously a situation I had to find out in person to catch him. You know, he would have just told another lie. But regardless, if you feel something, say something. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't let other people talk yourself out of it. Don't think that you're being insane. You have a gut feeling for a reason. Once again, don't do this every fucking day and you just are thinking crazy bad thoughts and you're spewing that on a person. But if it's a genuine gut feeling, I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, I was physically sick. I remember 3 days before the trip, I was sent home from work because I was so sick. And now looking back at it, it was just extreme anxiety. One, no man should ever be making you feel that stressed in your fucking life. And if they do, that is reason enough to leave them. The way that I was physically ill because I just had this weird gut feeling about a situation, about a man. No. I'm never letting myself feel that again. I'm never working myself up in my own mind, trying to calm myself down, bothering all my other friends with the situation. If it is bugging me that much, I'm going to say something, and I do not care if I look insane. Because guess what? I was right. And guess what? It was insane. But it wasn't insane the fact that I was thinking it. It was insane the fact that a man was doing that to me. Point blank, period. So if we have gut feelings, we're following them. And we're not feeling bad about the fact that we are having these gut feelings. They're for a reason. And that takes me to my third point, which is, if you are having to search for something because you feel uncertain about it, that is reason enough to leave. Did we hear that? If you are staying up at night, say your man is at a bar, your man is at a club, me, the man that I was dating long distance, and you're going through his following, if you're seeing if his following goes up, if you're scrolling through that shit, if you're looking on his Instagram, if you're trying to find something, that is reason enough to not be with him. Whoever you are with should never make you feel that you need to do that. That is not a secure relationship. That is not a healthy relationship. And I get it. I would always put it on me of, oh, I have trauma. I've been cheated on before. I do this with every guy, which granted I did. If I start dating someone, I'll check out their social media. I'll make sure nothing is sus. But if I've been dating you for 4 months and I'm still, oh, he's going out, did his following go up? Why do we feel that? Why do we feel that? If they're making you feel that after X amount of time and you are dating them and you are exclusive and you are still feeling that way, that is reason enough to leave them. I always say, it's a funny thing that I always get asked just by friends or whatever. I feel like it comes up randomly, but it's, oh, would you ever go through your man's phone? No. If I have a feeling that I need to search through my partner's phone, I should not be in that relationship. Point blank, period. If you feel you need to search for something, that is enough reason. Because I remember I was searching, couldn't find anything. I mean, I'm always right. I did find something. I did stumble upon the girl that he was cheating on me with. I just didn't know that was her. I saw her and I was, oh, I'm good. You know, that looks like you could be a friend. Obviously, now we know that's who he was cheating on with. And he did meet her when he went out one of those nights that I had a weird feeling. But I didn't find that till way later. But the fact that I was searching for it, enough to leave. Because girls, you can search, not find anything for months. And then, oh, it finally comes out. You could have saved yourself all of that time with just knowing that if someone is making you feel like you need to search for something, that is enough to leave. I don't care if you don't have the proof. I don't care if you don't have this. I don't care if you have that. Shit can get deleted. If you feel you need to go through their phone, no. And granted, I was in a relationship. I think when I was 21, I was in a relationship with that, and I would go through his phone, and it was so toxic. It was a ritual, and I would find something every single time. And again, ended up being horrible. I would find something every single time. I would find something from other girls that he worked with every single time. I would find stuff from guys every single time. Okay, now what? It would either be I bring it up and it's this huge fight and I'm wrong for going through his phone, but he's also wrong for what he did. Or it would be, okay, well, I found something and that's bad, but it's not bad enough to bring up. So then I'm now just going to carry this weight of knowing this and then be weird. And then eventually a month later, it's going to come up. All of that shit is so toxic. No. So let me save you all of that hassle, ladies. If you feel the need to go through anything of theirs, just leave. Just leave. Save your peace. I don't care if people call you insane because you're leaving and you don't even have proof. The fact that you feel that way and feel this insecurity or wonder or what have you to do that, leave. Leave. Okay. It's reason enough to leave them. And if I ever feel like that again in future relationships, reason enough. Because every time that I wanted to do that or I did do that, I found something. Or even if I didn't find it right there in that moment, I came to light months later. So it's never proven me wrong of, no, I shouldn't. That's just crazy talk. And then we live happily ever after. No, it's clearly I'm single. It's been correct every single time. So save yourself the trouble. This one is one of my favorites, and it's something I just touched on in the beginning of this episode. But ladies, whoever, if your partner is telling you that you are too much or you're aggressive, and it is solely because you are speaking up for yourself, leave them. Obviously, if you're aggressive and crazy and they're telling you that, okay, maybe let's take a look in the mirror and therapy. But I'm talking about the fucking classic thing that, again, is a common thing said to me by men in my late 20s, is saying that I'm aggressive or that I'm mean or that I want to start confrontation when it is solely because I am speaking up for myself. And I will give you a great example because this happened to me not that long ago. I was at a party. I was meeting this guy's friend. This guy we knew what we were. Not into you in that way. You're not into me in that way. We know what this is. Friends with benefits. And his friend was like, oh, so nice to meet you. I've heard so much about you. So-and-so is obsessed with you. I know Mans is not obsessed with me. I know Mans does not want to date me. In my little head, that's what I'm thinking. And my funny, cute self replies back, not even thinking about it, not even angry about it, but I was just, haha, no, he's not. And he's like, yeah, he is. I said, no, he's not. I said, if he was obsessed with me, we'd be dating right now, and we're not. He's not obsessed with me. I carry on. I think I'm funny. I'm laughing. He's laughing. I mean, he's probably laughing because he feels awkward. That was that. I then get pulled away to be told by this man that I was too aggressive to his friend, that I came off too strong, and it was mean or whatever what I said. What are you talking? I didn't even know what conversation he was talking about because I also then sat there with his friend for 10 minutes talking. And when he was saying that I was obsessed with you, you said XYZ. And I go, well, yeah, because you're not. What did you want me to do? Sit there and be like, thank you, I know, oh my God, we're so happy. That's not what the situation is, and I'm not going to play into that. If someone says something that's BS, I'm going to call them out on it. And I didn't even call him out. I made a joke, and we carried on. And he was, no, but that was a lot. That was a lot. I was, excuse you? He was just trying to tell you what you wanted to hear. You could have just gone along with it. And I said, that right fucking there. He was just saying that because he knew that's what I wanted to hear. And I'm getting in trouble because I called it out? Are you kidding me? Y'all are fucking insane. Thank you for proving my point. And then he went on to tell me about how he's not obsessed with me and this, that, and the other. And I said, thank you so much for pulling me away from my friends to let me know that I'm too much, that I should have just been a passive princess that goes along with whatever your buddies are saying because they know that that's what I want to hear. And then thirdly, to let me know that you are in fact not obsessed with me. But I'm the crazy one for being like, no, he's not, and carrying on. Excuse you? No. And then that was the end of that, obviously. You're insecure. You're upset because I called out bullshit. And I will always be that kind of person. I'm not going to do it. I wasn't upset at his friend. I didn't get mad. I literally was joking, hee hee, ha ha, having a drink in my hand. He's not obsessed with me. Thank you. That's so cute though. And carried the fuck on. If a man is going to sit there and tell you that you're too much and you're too aggressive, I'm sorry. 1, that's me. 2, no, I'm not. And 3, I'm not a passive princess and I'm not going to let shit slide. And that's what I mean by we are no longer being this cool, chill girl. I'm not going to be the cool girl that's, oh, you're right, sir. He's so obsessed with me. I know. I love it. No. If we were obsessed with each other, we would be dating and we're not. So you're weird for saying that. And you're even more weird for being, well, I was just telling you what you wanted to hear. I didn't want to hear that. I don't care. I know you're not. I'm a smart girly. What the fuck? If anyone is ever telling you that you're too much just because you fucking say what's on your mind and you don't let people just bullshit you, leave them. That's gross. I don't want it. That's not for us. So that's another point. Okay, great. So you see this trend that we're going on? It's just we're done with the bullshit, okay? We have boundaries, we have standards, and we don't let men just think that they're the shit. Because if I would have just let that slide, he would have left that being, we got her, dude. She thinks I'm so obsessed with her, haha. What the fuck is the point of that? I know we're not gonna date. Why are you telling girls that that's weird on you and on your best friend? Y'all both are fucking weird. But right, make me feel weird because I called you out. Okay. Another thing, and I think I've said this before on a podcast, but if they ever tell you that you are too good for them, listen to them and leave. Don't try and be understanding. Don't try and say, no, I'm not too good for you. You're also really great. Da-da. If they don't see that they're good enough for you and they're letting you know that, leave. They're making it crystal clear that they are not good enough for you. Bye. Because if they don't feel like they are good enough for you, they will self-sabotage it. So I see that as a thank you for the warning sign. I am not going to do what I've done in my past and make you feel better about yourself and try and hype you up and tell you all the ways that you are good enough for me. I now kindly say, oh, you don't think you're good enough for me? Okay, thank you so much. I will find someone that thinks that they are good enough for me and I will find my equal. The end. The end of that. This is once again, I think something that after enough men that I've dated have told me time and time again, you're too good for me. And I've always been the girl that's, no, baby, what? You're amazing. Why would you ever say that? Look, that ended. Did I stay with any of them? No. Did they all self-sabotage it and then end up treating me like shit? Yes. Okay, so learn from my mistakes. If they say that you are too good for them, listen to them. Because you probably are. Okay? So we're not going to be the cutesy, understanding, chill, cool girl that hypes them up and then makes them feel amazing. You need to just instead leave them and get you a man that says, wow, you are so good. You are so amazing. And I do deserve this. I deserve you. I'm so happy I found my equal. I'm so happy that I found someone that I deserve. And you know what I mean? Those are the things that you want them to be saying, not you're too good for me. Oh my God, how did I get you? This is crazy. Okay, we are not equals. No. I think for the very first time in my entire life, as of recently, I've been with a man that looked at me and he was, oh my gosh, you're so good. I can't believe this. He's like, but I deserve this and I deserve you. And I'm so happy that I found you. Whoa, what? You think you deserve me? Crazy talk. What? Oh, okay. Not this self-sabotage, which also took me off guard. Whoa, the fuck? No one deserves me. But then I get out of my toxic mindset and I'm, oh wow, okay. I know how you see me and how high value you see me. And you saying that you feel you do deserve me also means that you see yourself at a high value. And that is the only kind of person I want in my life. That sees their value, that knows their worth, that is confident in that, and that also sees that in me. So in their eyes, we are a good match. Not, oh, I'm all the way down here and you're up here. How did I score you? I don't deserve this. No. We do not have time for that energy. If that's how they feel, leave them. Great. Sorry, I had to wake up my little piglet because she was snoring so loud, but now she is with me. This is Olive. Sorry, intermission. This is my little baby girl. I have myself, sorry, this is so random. Intermission! But I have a pit bull terrier Dalmatian, and that is Olive. And she is 6 years old. Yes. And I adopted her during COVID. So I've had her for 4 years now, which is so crazy. And she is the most amazing, sweetest, most joyful, loyal, amazing dog I've ever had in my entire life. She is definitely my soul dog. And you will see her a lot if you've been watching my podcast. I'm sure you see her just sneak in all the time. She's very much a Velcro baby. She is attached at my hip at all times. I have her tattooed on my arm. I don't know if you can see that. I have her tattooed. But yeah, this is my baby. And then I have another girly. I have Cora, who is out of frame right now, but she is staring at me with the cutest little puppy eyes. And she's very jealous. But I got Cora 2 years ago. I actually got her with my ex. And I got to keep her, as I should, because I'm a great mother. So I have two little girls, and she's an Aussie, and she is a crackhead, and she is definitely the one that, oh, the first dog was so amazing and great, let's get another, and then you get the other one, and you're like, oh, no, it was just, my first dog was just amazing. That was just an accident, and now I'm stuck with a crack dog. But it's okay. I love them both. Olive is my favorite, but I love them both. Anyways, okay. End of that intermission. Sorry. My dogs were just demanding to be a part of this, so I think I had to give you guys an introduction. I feel being a dog mom is such a big part of my life, and I've not touched on that really at all in this podcast. So, just ignore this little seal that is right here. Olive often looks a little seal or a little piglet, so she's with us now. And if you do not watch my videos and you are just listening to this, none of this will make sense, but my dogs are in frame, okay? Okay. moving on. Kind of touched on this in the beginning, but if you have something on your mind, just speak up. When has keeping quiet kept your peace? At least in a relationship. Keeping your quiet because you don't want to upset your partner and you want to keep the peace between you two is not keeping anyone's peace. It might be keeping theirs, but it's not keeping yours, and that is the most important. You are the only one that is going to have to sit there and overthink whatever you saw or overthink something that they said, and it is just going to eat you up alive. There is no more of that. If you see something, say something. If something upset you that they did, say something. Obviously, you can think about it. Don't, again, none of this is to be extreme. You know what I mean? Don't just bring up every little thing that you make up in your mind or what have you. You know, I'm not saying to start a fight because you had a dream that your boyfriend cheated on you. I mean, it's fair and I've done it, but I'm saying real, actual things that are worth bringing up and that are on your mind, speak up, because it is not keeping the peace for you, and that is the peace that matters. Okay? No more of this cool girl stuff. If it is keeping you up at night, you should bring it up to your partner. And that message is olive approved. Okay? You're so cute. I could think of so many different examples that I have of just nights that I have lost so much sleep over the fact that I was overthinking something, over the fact that I didn't want to come off as too much, that I didn't want to come off as being insecure, that I didn't want to bother them, that, oh, they're stressed, I don't want to add to. It's just, obviously there's a time and place for every conversation. And then it's, you finally do build up the courage to say something, and then it blows up, or then it becomes, why didn't you tell me when you felt this way, or XYZ. And again, that just means you're in the wrong relationship. No partner should be getting mad at you because something is on your mind, because something bothered you, because you don't feel okay about something, because you need reassurance on something. That is not your person. And if someone is making you feel you have to stay quiet every single time something hurts you or something is brought to your attention or you saw something, that's not your person, and you should leave regardless. You know what I mean? Your relationship should be such a safe space where you feel so comfortable to open up about anything and everything that could possibly hurt your feelings or possibly have gone wrong, even just something that you potentially could want clarity on. You should be able to speak up to your partner in that. It should not be this thing where you always have to be quiet. And I, again, remember in my early 20s when I was in this relationship, he would do the most hurtful shit. He would say the most hurtful shit, and I would just stay quiet. And then I would take that with me, and I would wait till I'm home, and then I would go and cry, and then I would overthink it for a day, and then I wouldn't eat for a day. It would be this whole cycle. But then when I saw him, everything was fine, and I would shove it down, and I wouldn't bring it up, and I'd be, no, but we're having a good day, and I don't want to ruin that. And that is a fucking sign. If you have to tell yourself in a relationship, oh, but today we're having a good day, I don't want to ruin that. That is a toxic relationship. Learn it from me and leave. Every day should be a good day in your relationship. It shouldn't be rare. The bad days should be rare in your relationship. And I have had so many relationships where I've been like, oh, but we're not fighting today. I'm just not going to bring this up. We're having a good day today. What? No, it is the fights that should be uncommon, not the good days. Babe, get out of that relationship. It is not healthy. It is not worth it. I promise you, you will be so much happier on your own than fucking weighing out what's worth bringing up or what's worth getting him worked up about, all because you just have something that is very normal and a normal feeling to bring up. No, it is so unhealthy. Oh my God. I think back to that relationship and it was so emotionally abusive. It was so toxic. It was so horrible. He also had anger issues and was bipolar and all these things. And the entire relationship, I just remember every single day I was walking on eggshells. Every single day, no, I got to keep the peace. No, we're having a good day. And I was just internalizing all of that. And I was the only one getting destroyed every single day because I was trying to make sure I kept someone else's peace. And it did not work. That is when I started therapy. And I've been in it ever fucking since. So it's just not worth it. And I don't even think at the time, I was trying to be this cool girl. I was just trying to be a people pleaser. And oh, we're having a good day. Okay, let's leave it at that. My feelings aren't that valid. Whatever he did that was so fucked up and I really want to bring up, or he yelled at me in public, or he threw my phone, or XYZ. It was just a misunderstanding. You know what I mean? It's just, I have so many stories from that relationship that I think back and it's so sad at how abusive it was and how much I let slide because I don't want to make him mad. No. If that is a thing that if that is a thing you're having to think at all in a relationship, but if you're having to think multiple times in a relationship, I don't want to say this because I don't want to make him upset. You are in a bad, toxic relationship with that person. It is not you, it is them. And I know that they'll try and tell you that it's you, or that you're over dramatic, or that you overthink, or whatever things that they're trying to put on you. You are not. And I hope that you know that, and that the right partner will never make you feel you are too much. You're not too much. They have demons that they're fucking fighting, and they are going to make you feel shit to make themselves feel better. And we're not dealing with that. We are not dealing with trying to be a peacekeeper. We are not dealing with quieting your own thoughts to make sure that someone else is okay. And we are not dealing with toxic people. No more. No more of that, okay? We're leaving. Let them call you insane for leaving. Let them do it. Be insane. Get the fuck out. And this kind of goes on top of that, but stop waiting for your partner to become the version of them that you want. Oh, well, when I have this right, then I'll do that. Or when I do this, then I'll become that version. No, no, no. We are not settling for words. We are going for actions. And I don't care if that makes you crazy. I don't care if they think that you're insane because, oh no, just be patient. I will become that version. I will. Take it from me, sis. They will talk your ear off no tomorrow. They will even cry. They will beg. They will get on their knees. They won't change. They won't. I mean, that's not to say no people change ever, but I'm saying if you're constantly have to bring up, oh babe, I really want you to go to therapy to work through your own issues that you should want to solve for you because they are your things, they're not going to do it. Someone has to want to be better for themselves. That is it. And if they don't, and they keep telling you that they do, or they keep telling you and promising you that one day they will with no action behind it, leave. And that is not insane. It is insane to stay and hope that the same actions again and again are going to get you different results. That is insane. So many of my exes, babe, I promise I'm going to do this. I promise I'm going to do that. I promise I'll do that. It never happened. It never happened. And it was because I was wanting them to get better for themselves. They were not wanting it for themselves. And that's why for me, I have these hard cutoffs. I have all these things that if you are not doing this before we start dating or, before we become boyfriend, girlfriend, I'm not interested. I do not want to get with someone for what their potential could be. I've learned my lesson. I always see their potential. They don't, and it never gets fulfilled. I want someone that is already at their potential. I want someone that is already working to be the best version of themselves. I want someone that is wanting to be the best version of themselves for themselves before I'm in the picture. Sure, yeah, I want to inspire you. I want to get you motivated. I want us to grow together. That is the point of a relationship, is that we both bring things to the table that inspires one another, that, challenges us, that seeing what you do really makes me want to do this for myself. That is all great and dandy, and that's how it should be. But babes, we got to come equal levels. You're insane if you don't think I'm not going to date my equal. I'm so done with dating people for what their potential could be. We do not date for potential. We date for what they currently are, what they currently are providing you, and what they can actually do for you, and what their actions are, not their words. Okay? So be insane. Be insane for having your standards. Be insane for leaving that man because he won't actually do the things that he's been saying he's going to do for a year. Because take it from me, I heard again and again, like I was freaking living with the man. I don't know how much more involved I could have been with wanting the best for him if they do not want it for themselves. Would cry and plead, oh baby, no, don't leave me. I swear I'm going to do this. I swear I'm going to do this. If it takes to a point where you are having to beg a man to just want the bare minimum for himself, babes, if he can't take care of himself, he cannot take care of you. Sorry, hard truth. So anyways, we're not doing that. We're not going to be the chill, cool girl that's, oh, but he just needs to get this right. And then he'll start wanting the best for himself. Or, oh, he's just into this. And then he'll, no. If he doesn't want the best for himself, if he can't take care of himself, if he doesn't want to be better, why would you want to be with him? What is he going to, yeah, see how I'm stumped? Because it's just, what does he bring to the table then? It's just you doing all the fucking work of, oh, I'm going to do this for now, I'm going to do this for now, I'm going to fix him and I'm going to help. No, we are not Bob the Builder. We're not here to fix any kind of man, okay? He should have the tools to be fixing himself and be wanting to fix himself or wanting to be the best version of himself. Just you've put on all the work, just how you did therapy for X amount of years and just how you're journaling and working out and having healthy boundaries and doing all these things. He should have all of that. All the requirements that you have for yourself, you should have that and 10 times more for your partner. Okay? Sorry if that makes you insane. Do it. Okay. And last, but very much not least, I don't care if they think you're insane for this. This is no more being cool, chill girl. If you have to be any less of yourself around someone else, get them so far away from you. Leave them. If you feel you cannot be your 100% true, authentic self because you'll be judged or because they'll say something or because they won't accept you, that is not your person. That is not your partner. That is not your friend group. That is not your family. Leave them. I do not care. And I think, again, this is just something as I've gotten older, especially with friend groups, clearly with partners as well. If you make me feel I need to be less of myself, I can't be around you. I can't. And I don't want you in my life. Just as I was saying earlier with that guy that, was like, you're too much. You're too aggressive. Okay, find less. If you think I am too much, please go find less. I do not want you in my life. And I don't care if that's a crazy statement or what have you. I do not want you in my life. Why would I? And I even told him, because I said, that's just me. He said, no, it's not. I know you. You're not like this when it's one-on-one, when it's just you and me. And I said, yeah, because you know what? I've realized that when I'm with you, I have to be less of me. And you caught me in a moment where I'm with my friends, I'm being myself. And look what happened the moment that I wasn't thinking about the stuff that came out of my mouth and I was just myself. I'm told I'm too much. I don't want that. And I don't want you in my life then. Yeah, I am outgoing and I say what's on my mind and I am blunt and I am honest, but none of that makes me too much. And if it's too much for you, then we're just not on the same wavelength, and that's completely fine. But also, I have plenty of friends that aren't as blunt as I am or as outgoing or this or that. They never make me feel I need to be less of me. They support me. They love it. You know what I mean? It's just, that's not your person. Those aren't your people. And you should never feel you need to be any less of yourself. You want people that fucking boost you up, make you feel you can be more, make you feel you can be the most extreme, happiest, loudest, whatever version that you want to be, that you are, that you can be that. And if not, they are not worth your time. They're not worth the space in your life, and they're not worth your energy. Okay? I think in my mid-20s, when I was 26, and I was kind of starting to realize that, when I'm around this person, I feel this way. And again, I was so used to being a people pleaser, and I was like, you know what, it's fine, I'll just let it be. Or even relationships where I was, oh wow, when I'm with him, I feel maybe I shouldn't say that, or maybe I this, maybe I that, and not recognizing what it was and what it was actually doing to me and staying. Because I was, it'd be insane if I just cut them off. That would be insane. They didn't do anything. You know what I mean? They didn't cause a big scene. We didn't get in a fight, so I have to stay. Those are my friends. I've been friends with them for years. No, you grow out of people, and when you become your true authentic self and you love that version of yourself, you start to realize the ones in your life that don't love that version of yourself, that don't truly love you for you, and that try and dim your light. And I think the most beautiful thing is in our 20s is when we finally find our spark and we find our voice and we find who we truly are and we have that self-love and respect. We can cut those people out. And once you do that, you just open up so much more space for the people that will truly love you for who you are. And I think it is a process, and it is scary, and you feel insane. I remember in my friend group from Arizona, when I cut off certain people that were in my life for X amount of time because they did certain things that made me feel a certain way or did not make me feel loved. You're insane. Again, this huge brawl didn't happen. Why would you cut that person off? And it's, why would I keep them in my life is the real thing. So I can continue to feel shit when I'm around them. So I can continue to leave a situation or a hangout or spending time with my partner to then judge, did I say this? Did this come off this? No. Why would you want that in your life? It is insane to stay in that. And again, it's because I was just trying to be chill. You know what I mean? These people have been in my life for forever. That'd be crazy. No. And now looking back 3 years after the situation and after I've let all these people out of my life, to now have a circle around me that I truly feel so loved, so seen. I've never once felt I was too much with any of my friends that I have now. You know what I mean? And it's funny because as these situations happen where men will still tell me that I'm too much or that I'm too aggressive or XYZ, that story I told you guys earlier, I was with my girlfriends that night and they were like, no, you're not. Oh, you're aggressive because you called a man out? That's what makes you aggressive? Because you're honest and because you call people out when they're lying and they're trying to bullshit you? That makes you too aggressive? No, that makes those people weak. And that makes them insecure because you called them out on their bullshit and they're insecure about it. That has nothing to do with who you are. And I think that is a good reminder of that. If people are putting this label on you or telling you that you're too much or too this, it is always a reflection of how they feel about themselves. Always remember that. We are no longer being the people that are okay with being told that we're too much and feeling we need to be less of ourselves, or even opposite. You know what I mean? I've seen it with my friends that are maybe more quiet or this or that. People being, come on, you gotta be this, you gotta be that. No, accept the people for how they are. Love them for who they are. Whether that be they're very quiet and timid and they don't like to stir the pot. Great, I'll step in. That's why she's got a bestie with me. And I will go in, I'll stir the pot, and I'll say what she may be scared to say. But I will never tell my friend, you need to be this certain type of way, and you need to be more dominant, and you need to be louder, and you need to this, you need to that. Love people for who they show up as. And if you can't, then let them be and find their group. And I think it is a very scary thing to do in our 20s. And I think obviously a lot of this on the list, I've been talking about relationships, romantic relationships, and this is both, friendships and romantic relationships. But I think with your family, I cut off certain family where I'm like, I feel every time I see you, I have to be this version of myself. And I don't want to be that version of myself because it's not me in the slightest. I obviously know we become different variants of ourselves around different groups. The way I talk to my best friend and act around my best friend obviously isn't going to be how I act around my grandma at the Thanksgiving dinner table. But those are just different variants of myself. That's not me having to completely change myself and feel I can't be me. You know what I mean? So take that for what it is. That is completely out this year, okay? No more being cool with people saying things that we're too much or we're not enough or we're XYZ. Cut them off and let them say that you're insane for cutting them off. I don't care, because in the long run, you will be so much happier. You will then have space to find your real people that are going to uplift you, that are going to inspire you, that are going to make you feel you are amazing, that when you walk away from being with them and hanging out with them, you feel fulfilled instead of drained, or instead of going home and overthinking every little sentence you said or fucking spiraling. That's what I would do when I was around the wrong people. When I was in the wrong relationship, I would go home from a date or whatever. Shit, oh, I said this or I said that, or oh, I wanted to say this, but I didn't. Or when I was hanging around the wrong friend group and I didn't have people that truly accepted me for me, I would always be like, oh God, I was so embarrassed I said this, or oh God, I was probably too much, or oh God, so-and-so gave me a weird look when I said this. No, none of those are your people. Get so far away from them, and there doesn't have to be a huge dramatic event to happen for you to cut people off. You are allowed to do that at any moment in your life, the moment that they no longer serve you, okay? And let them say that you're insane for that, because being a chill girl is done with. Chill girl era is over. Know what you deserve, know your worth, have your boundaries, and just watch out all that comes your way. And it might be lonely. It will be lonely. I'll tell you that much. When I cut off certain people that were in my life for 8 years and I was, holy fuck, that was my best friend. How would I do life without them? My dog is snoring again. But guess what? My life was fine. It was lonely for a little bit. I was really sad for a while. I was questioning my decision. Again, questioning myself. And now I feel so happy with the people that I have in my life. I genuinely, and I still need to do a whole episode on platonic love and friendships and all of that. But trust me, make the space for what you deserve and you will get that. And it'll come back 10 times more than what you could have ever expected. And that is with everything on this list that I mentioned. Know what you deserve, know your worth, and do not settle for anything else. And let them call you insane. Let them call you crazy. Let them tell you that your standards are too fucking high. Bitch, the bar is in the fucking ground. We do not have high standards. We just know our worth. Point blank, period. So that's that on this episode. I hope you got some good pointers. I hope you can take something away from this and at least apply one of these things to your life. And if not, and your life is perfect and you figure this out already, I love that for you. Pop off. Olive is at peace. Olive is a queen that knows her worth. She was adopted. Olive was hit by a car and I rescued her 4 years ago. And look at her. She's sleeping like a queen now because she probably ran away from her abusive home and that's how she got hit by a car. But look at her now, living her best life, okay? So learn from Olive. Find your peace. Oh my God, she's snoring so loud. But thank you guys for listening. Oh my God. I know some of this, half the time I'm being silly goofy, but I really do hope that you can take something away from this. Know your worth, know your value, and know that you are not too much or too little or whatever it is. The way that you are is chef's kiss. Don't ever forget that. Please follow along. As you know, quit my job. So your support means everything to me always, but you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok at It Is What It Is with Van. My dog. Or if you want to find my personal page, you can find me at Savannahmares for all my daily stuff. You can find it Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I think those are the only 3 platforms I have. So thank you guys. Please subscribe. Please rate this 5 stars. If you're going to rate it anything than 5 stars, please do not rate it. But if you're going to rate it 5 stars on Spotify. Share it with your friends. I would love to see the numbers go up and support supported and feel your love. But just know I appreciate you guys so much. And I will see you next Tuesday. Girly Pop, you are snoring. There is no tomorrow.